Welcome to Whimsy Woven Stories, where imagination takes flight and every tale is a journey into wonder. Here, we breathe life into the pages of timeless stories and create new adventures that spark joy and curiosity. Whether you're a lover of classic fairy tales, fantastical adventures, or heartwarming fables, you'll find a story to capture your heart and stir your imagination. Join us as we weave a tapestry of whimsy and wonder, one story at a time.
In the last few months, Sarah started acting differently. She became distant, wasn't around much, and seemed unhappy even when she smiled. One night, John and their son were visiting colleges when John noticed on his phone app that Sarah's car was parked in a strange neighborhood. He texted her, but got no reply. Soon after, her car drove back home. Worried, John used a camera and microphone in their pet's feeder to listen in on Sarah at home. He heard her talking to a friend, mentioning things that made him suspicious about her behavior. When he asked her about it, she brushed him off, using her job as a therapist to make him feel like he was imagining things. John couldn't shake his doubts, so he secretly put a recorder in Sarah's car. What he heard confirmed his worst fears. Sarah was having an affair and talking about it openly. Confronting her, she first denied it but later admitted to everything. John wanted to save their marriage and suggested counseling, but Sarah agreed grudgingly and with a bad attitude. It felt like she was only going through the motions because she was angry about being caught, not because she regretted what she'd done. As John learned more about Sarah's behavior, he realized she might have a personality disorder that made her act this way. This revelation made their situation even more complicated and difficult to understand. Adding to his troubles, John realized he hadn't protected himself financially before marrying Sarah. Now, facing the possibility of divorce, he felt vulnerable and regretful. Despite all the challenges, John was determined to survive this tough time, uncertain if Sarah truly wanted to change or was already planning her next move. Despite the emotional turmoil and betrayal, John was determined to salvage his marriage. Sarah, on the other hand, begrudgingly agreed to counseling but remained distant and cold. It was clear she was still resentful about being caught. As they started counseling, John hoped for progress, but Sarah's attitude worsened. During one session, she unexpectedly accused John of being controlling and manipulative, turning the therapist against him. Feeling isolated and betrayed, John realized Sarah was using her expertise to twist the narrative in her favor. In a desperate attempt to regain control and uncover the truth, John decided to dig deeper into Sarah's activities. He hired a private investigator who uncovered shocking secrets. Sarah wasn't just seeing one person but several, and some were her clients. Devastated and feeling betrayed on multiple levels, John confronted Sarah with the evidence. Instead of denying it, Sarah brazenly admitted to manipulating John and using her therapy skills to cover her tracks. She revealed her grand plan to drain John emotionally and financially, leaving him with nothing. Faced with this revelation, John realized he had been living a lie. With the support of close friends and family, he began to take steps to protect himself legally and emotionally. As the divorce proceedings started, Sarah's true colors emerged even more. She fought aggressively for every asset, showing no remorse for her actions. In the midst of this chaos, John discovered unexpected allies, former clients of Sarah's who came forward with similar stories of manipulation and exploitation. Together, they started a campaign to expose Sarah's unethical practices, leading to an investigation that eventually cost her license to practice therapy. Through the turmoil and heartache, John found strength in rebuilding his life. He focused on healing and rebuilding trust with those who stood by him. With time, he began to see a future beyond the betrayal, knowing that he had survived one of the darkest chapters of his life.
Thank you for listening. Please share your opinion about this story in comment section. Also make sure to like and subscribe to the channel.